you know, the fact that you're just willing to listen is pretty dope. Cause but yeah, I have a couple friends that they're in the field too, and like mental health wise, it's it'd be like that, it gets overwhelming and stuff like that. So I feel like if we all stick together, if we all communicate, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Mob the Shaman is now live
Like mental health.
All right.
streaming
I'm just making sure the audio
Fortnite
is all good.
Quarantine 1-8.
Got you.
But okay, yeah, man, it's true. I mean, cause what we do is kind of like not the norm.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it is definitely a different route from like what was paved before us.
Definitely. And my bad. I don't want to interrupt or anything like that,
No,
but
you can.
I'm gonna open up the floodgates. So I was thinking about the conversation we had about school and stuff like that, and no, I like I've always been on the fence about it, and like I just really been thinking. I think you're right. I think you're onto something. Especially you, like, you've been around the block, like, what's this called? I'm probably gonna, like, fuck up on my words and shit just because, like, I'm not good at words. But, what's it called? Yeah, like, I feel like, if I do, for example, get a bachelor's, I feel like I'm gonna be in the same spot as I am right now, which is, like, trying to find work, stuff like that. Because my goal is trying to get a job in media, which I feel like it's most people's goal, like I'm so tired, like I really don't want to work these regular jobs anymore. I really don't. I don't have any aspiration to work, as a supervisor or some shit. That's the only thing I want to do is work in media, really, you know. And I know I told you like, oh, it's like whatever work, and then you're like, oh, then what are you gonna do? It don't settle. What I meant to say, like, I'm not gonna stop when I do get a media job. Of course, I feel like most people don't. Like, I'm not gonna be settling. Like, that's not like my only like goal. But I'd rather be doing that, at least involved in making productions than like I don't know, working at fucking Costco or some shit. Like I'm sure you can relate. Like a bunch of people relate and stuff like that. Um, so and we all agree that degree doesn't do nothing for you. Like you got to do everything yourself, the portfolio and stuff like that. So I feel like when I do graduate, I'm just gonna be where I'm at right now, and I might as well use this time to work on my portfolio instead of going to school. Which I agree. Because school doesn't do anything for you. Like, it doesn't magically give you things. Like, you can make connections. It does just things. It gives you things, but I just feel like I'm at a point where I should be working my portfolio. But that brings me to my other thing. That's like that I've been struggling with for like ever since I've been taking it more seriously and stuff like that. Like, it's portfolio wise. I don't know if it's probably I don't
Thank
know
you
if it's the
for the
location. It
follow,
probably has to do with
not
the location.
Venom
I'm talking
Fanged
like
V.
crazy. If you want, you can like be like, oh Eric, I feel this and this. But yeah, I feel like it has to do with the location. I also
Hi.
because there's a limited amount of positions that everyone wants, so it's kind of like very hard to get. So I want to get a leg up as much as I can, as opposed to somebody else. And connections, like a person knows somebody and they get a hookup, which happens. But yeah, so which happens, which can be frustrating if you're not that person. I just don't know what to my portfolio because I feel like the work I've done is decently enough to get hired and for places, but I don't really hear back from the places that I apply to. Um, so it's kind of hard to pinpoint what I should do. I mean,
Mhm.
and like so it gets frustrating. It definitely gets to me. Um, fuck, what else were we gonna go with this? So it definitely gets to me. At the end of the day, all you can do is just kind of keep on doing it. Just keep on making work, and hopefully, someone reaches out to you and stuff like that. And like I said, like the photography studio that I work at, they're doing it. We're gonna come back around June, but I want to just work as much as possible. So it's like, I have this gig, but like, I always, I want more and more and stuff like that. So that was really my questioning. Is like, and like, what's your experience with that too? Cause like, I don't know if you showed these people like your work and they're like cool. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, that's like the frustrating part. So yeah.
Well, first, let me ask, what are you getting your bachelor's for? Like, what's your major, or I guess, what's your...
So, it's specifically film, but I mean like, film really goes side by side with like TV, video, stuff like that. It's basically the same shit. It's not only strictly making movies. Like, it goes hand in hand.
Um,
Or maybe, I don't know, if a TV degree, like some people look at that. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
what
Like
I
anything.
I guess from the last conversation, I guess you have like a year left to finish, right?
Yeah, and that's my girl shit. Is like, yo, like just do. But like the thing is, like, if I'm gonna graduate and I'm doing what I'm doing now, which I gotta focus on my portfolio, like you get me, and school takes time away from from things I could be doing. You feel me? So I mean, I'm almost done, but like it's kind of like I don't want to graduate and be like, if for no reason. You get me? Like if it's for no reason, then like I kind of don't want to do it. You get me? And it's hard. Like school can do a couple things. Like I'll be, kept busy. I'll be keeping busy and stuff like that.
But are you doing are you doing things related to like what you want to do, or is it still like school stuff? Are you still doing like reading? I don't know how it goes. Are you just strictly doing film related things, or is it
Yeah.
just film
Yeah,
related
strictly.
things?
Yeah, strictly film related things. Like there's certain aspects that you do that, like there's a couple classes that are like kind of more eerie, I guess. But for the most part, you're just making films, so it's pretty cool. But at the same time, like it's always gonna be school. You get me? Like it's never gonna be
Yeah.
as good as the real thing. Fuck, what the fuck? I was on to something before. Oh, what the fuck was I gonna say? So yeah, like I just don't want to graduate and be like, cause I feel like it'll be pointless. You get me? Like, so yeah, then it takes time away from like I could be using that towards my portfolio. You get me? I'm butchering it like heavily right now, but yeah, you feel me? And what else was I gonna say? It's only a year, so I was like, fuck it. But it's, like I said, like 1 year, like it matters. Like
Yeah.
most people don't know, but like like school really does take a lot of time. Like I can't make as much money if I go to school, cause the money that I can use towards what I do fuck with. I always have to work part time, and it's just shit like that. Like like it just takes time away, and like I really don't have time to do anything because between school, job, and internship, you get me. Like I don't have time to do my own shit. So yeah, it's just a little tough. It's just me. It's just me thinking. And so I can either go for a bachelor's or a degree like lower than bachelor's, which is associates. I only do one class for that. So I was thinking I'll do that, like literally just one more class, like as opposed to a year. So I'm pretty close to finishing both. But I think I'm gonna do the associates. Yeah, I'm just thinking out loud. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do the associates and then kind of like take it from there. There's a couple things I want to like announce as future plans as well, but for now, like, I guess I'll say that like when we in the conversation. But yeah.
So so associates is well, bachelor's like your 4 years, like...
Yeah, and associates is 2 years.
So
like
you
it's like
so you don't have your associates yet.
no, but like it's weird how it works. Like
You're doing it simultaneously, like you're doing it both at the same
yeah,
time.
that's how it works. Yeah. Like obligate, like that's like, you're obligated to do both at the same time, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but once you join the film program, like, for example, you automatically start with doing your AS, and then if you want, do bachelor's, you just, keep on going. But they're both connected. I don't know how to explain it. Like, but the AS is more like a trade degree, and the bachelor's, it's like legit bachelor's degree.
But you're
So
a year away from getting your bachelor's and
yeah.
your associates.
No, no, no. I'm a year away from getting my bachelor's because that takes more classes. I only need one class for my associates. It's not. It's yeah. It's called AS, Associates of Science or whatever. But it's still a film degree. It's just not as, I guess, big as a bachelor's. You know what I mean, but some
Yeah,
people just get the AS. Some people do both. Because once you do the bachelor's, you have to do the AS, if that makes sense.
yeah,
But you can do the AS without doing the bachelor's. So it's just the AS is less classes and the bachelor's is more classes. But you know, I've done so many classes. Like they're pretty close related. Like once you finish the AS, like you only need roughly about a year to get a bachelor's. So like they're pretty closely related. Um, so yeah. And some, some, like I said, like some places ask for a bachelor's, but it's kind of like, it's like I said, it's kind of bullshit. Because if you have a fire portfolio, like honestly, and like if I have a film degree, like an associate's degree, that's kind of like something like I don't know, like you said, people don't really care about degrees. They
yeah,
care about like what the fuck you can do.
yeah.
Um, so yeah.
I
So
mean,
maybe if I have an associate's, like that's like, it's good enough. Like,
could
yeah,
could you finish both bachelor's and associates within the year, within 1 year, or
yeah, yeah,
okay,
for sure. Cause if you once you finish the bachelor's, yeah. Cause I can do the bachelor's, and then do that one class. It's still gonna take me the same amount of time. It's only one class difference.
um,
Now once you get to bachelor's, like, you know, like I don't have to do that one class to do the bachelor's. It's weird, but like I can do the bachelor's classes, and that automatically, like I don't have to do. Yeah, I only have one class left for the associates. But I don't have to do that one class if I want a bachelor's. That makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah. Because if I get a bachelor's, that's like a step higher. So it's kind of like you don't need your associates. Like the associate is just the first half. The bachelor's is the second half. You get me?
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, do you this do you feel like school all right, the main thing honestly is and
Yeah, for sure.
experience and the wanting of it, the desire of what you want, you feel me? Like
Definitely.
that's the main thing. If you have a desire to do something, you can honestly do whatever you want. um
Facts.
and also when it comes with experience, like I don't know, but I mean, maybe do you feel like
If I
school
want to do it,
do you
like if I
feel like
want to do school.
wait, do you feel like school adds to that experience? Because I mean, dependent, you like dependent, the video you made, right? you
Yeah.
you really enjoy it, and that was from school, right?
Yeah, but it's very much like my own thing. You feel me? Like, I mean, those people, like, barely anyone involved in school was in it. I met some cool people. That like actually really only one person that I still keep in contact with. That's the girl that got me the hookup for the photography studio, and I met her through school, so that's cool, and she was involved in it. But really, like, barely. It was like 75% of people that I knew, and like 25% of like classmates. Literally, I think it was like three classmates, but like mostly it was like no, actually, I think it was a couple more. But yeah, like it was mostly like yeah, not really school. Yeah,
I mean, I don't know, because I feel like, I mean, it may take a lot more work and energy, but especially if you have no place to start and no kind of group or people to kind of like congregate and like work on things, like maybe you should continue doing school, and especially like if it does add on to your portfolio, like as the main how I see things and how I've been doing things is like, as long as I can do something and it doesn't veer far from what I want to do, like
I
like
feel you.
I will put my time and energy to it. That's why I just got this job that I got. That's why I did get it, because I still got to do my video editing, and also like what I'm on is more, well, majority of what I do is also business developing. I've been doing a lot of business developing, from all areas, even music, entertainment, um regular businesses, like several areas. I've been working on websites. Like I have a wide a range of skill sets. Which added
Okay, okay.
to which added to me getting this job. You know, it wasn't just videos. It wasn't just like I had knowledge and experience on a wide variety of sub areas, and plus they also needed help in the store. So like, um, it was just a no brainer, I guess. And plus I had no competition. That's like I guess another thing. Like they only knew me like I was unique for the situation they needed, you know. Like I was able to do
Definitely.
I was able to do everything. I was able to work on the website, you know. I was able to work in store, whatever they needed to do, you know. I was able to work on videos and social media. Like I was all around, so I was very valuable in that sense. And no one really could compete with me unless they brought an outsider in, and they would probably needed to pay him more. You feel me? Like um,
Yeah.
I was coming from freelancing, so to me it was okay uh for me to go to consistent, you know, paycheck. You know, like some people if they've been doing it and then they want to get a like, sort of a 9 to 5, like um
Yeah.
they're probably gonna
Consistency.
they're probably gonna want more bread. You feel me? But for me, like it was in my situation, it was straight. You feel me? I was good, so I don't
Yeah, it
know.
worked out for you.
It worked out for me and it worked out for them. You know, I had a lot of experience in what I was doing, and plus, like, it was very beneficial in my plate. You know, like, so it kind of you're gonna have to assess your situation, and I guess that's why I'm asking you about school, because like you should assess your situation, and how I'm assessing it. With the things you're saying, like you don't know where to start and you don't know where to go. You know, like maybe you should continue. I feel like maybe you should even continue doing school, especially if you're still doing the things you want to do. Like dependent is part of your portfolio. That's it. You already did it. It's done. Like it's part of your portfolio, and especially you said like you did majority of the work. Like you can claim it and you can use that to your advantage. You know, use it as leverage to whatever else you need. So like, and also the
Very
previous
true.
the previous videos you showed me, like even that corporate, I forgot the name, but even that, you know, little things
Yeah.
like that, you can just use those things to your advantage. Um
Actually, no. Yeah, I feel you then.
so like
Um.
I don't know, you and plus like I had a place where you can see all my work. I don't know if that can also help. That's why like I encourage you to have everything in one place.
Yeah, I've been thinking about
So
that.
like that probably helped, and plus I wanted it, you know, I really wanted it, and like I don't know, I just had the skill set. And but the thing is, yeah, I did have a very wide range of skill sets, and um, coming from a very creative background, like so, because some people could like, because I have the skill, you have the skill too of video editing, but some people could just do simple video editing, like cuts, you know, cut here here, and just put things together. Or you know, you have more of a creative outlook on things, and you know, you can add more flavor or whatever the case is, you know, like. So in my case, that creative like flair, um, and that wanting of that job, and the skills, you know, I've worked on websites and several other things. Like I was, you know, once again, I was a no brainer to them in that situation. So I don't know. You're gonna have to like just look at what you have now. You know, like maybe you should continue school, especially if you see it. I don't know. There's also people there. Once again, like if you don't have nowhere to go, if you don't have people to work with, make something out of nothing. You know, like see what's there. You know, don't just be like, damn, it's a waste of time. Cause like I don't know. Try to really look deep and see what you can actually do. Like what maybe like you could become the you know the one of the most talent or the best one out of the bunch that in your school. You feel me? Like I don't know, like, and see that as leverage. You get me? Like if you can be at a certain level around these people, like leverage that and go to the next level. You know, like I don't know, like see, take it as a challenge. You know, see what you can do in these areas, what you have now, and see how you can top it. You know, like even if people
Yeah,
don't
for sure.
even though if people don't give you feedback, do it for yourself. You know, like um for even in school, for me when I was in high school, like what I was doing with the music stuff, you know, all the people around me didn't give me any feedback. You know, we had to create our own, you know, our own type of deal. You feel me? Like nobody gave me feedback, and nobody was down for it. You feel me? So you have to double down. You know, you have to double down, even if you feel like people don't see what you see. You know, just double down and go for it. You feel me? And me doing that took me a lot of different places and a lot of different experiences, and I gained a lot of skills like through music alone. Like my majority, the majority of things I do today, I learned majority from music, like building websites, because I had to build platforms for the people I worked with. You know, like, you know, being creative in videos and engineering and like using programs and technology. Like I became very tech savvy, even though I was always kind of tech savvy when I was legit. Like being in that field gave me so much. So like you have to like double down on something and just believe and have the want to like do something with it. You know, like I really want to do something with that music stuff, and it's still going for me. Like I'm never gonna let that go. It's always gonna be a part of me. So like, and I carry that throughout life. You know, I carry that throughout life. These experiences get crystallized, and they become more solid. You know, like these experiences and skills. You know, like that's why like today I can still like engineer, even though I haven't engineered in a while. I haven't mixed. I can still go back and make something and do it good because I've done it so many times. Like, so like to me, like that's, to me in a sense, that's you can use those things as leverage. Like if I wanted to, I can go to a studio and do a studio session with anybody. You feel me? Like, and I came across situations where people needed a engineer, and I'm just there, right place, right time, and you know things can happen from the things you know. So I'm kind of just going because I feel like you should or I just want you should I don't know, yeah, man, just assess the situation you have now. You feel me? Like maybe school isn't a bad thing, and you are just a year left. You feel me? Maybe look at it like um you know, a lot of people, especially in this realm, don't have a bachelor's degree or don't even have a college degree at all. You feel me? So if you're able to manage to do both, in a sense, create a fire portfolio and get your college degree, like it's even better, I guess. Like even though your college degree doesn't matter, but in a way that shows that you can carry and do things that you wanted to complete, and you've done things, and you know you have some certain experience. You know, you have a certain experience with life, and especially if you continue to create content from school, like dependent, if you do more things like that, just coming from school, and the connection you're gonna make is just gonna better your chances of just even having opportunities thrown at you. I guess because people are gonna know you, you're gonna have stuff in your portfolio, like, and you can later on in life you can always go back and use these experiences as you know, just to add anything into your life. I don't know, like I still like,
no, yeah,
I don't know,
for sure.
you get me? Like I don't know, maybe it is, I don't know how school is. You feel me? I haven't been to school in forever, so maybe it is a complete waste of time. Maybe you do find yourself doing way better like without it, but once again, like you said, you don't know where to start, and you don't have really people that are really like there like that. So maybe school is a good thing, you know, like um just try to do, you know, just try to top yourself, you know, and try to also give yourself challenges. Don't also go for the easy route, maybe, you know, like I don't, and I'm just saying this just to maybe like it sparks something in you, like I don't know, maybe, I don't know, but you know, don't also try to settle, or you know, take the easy way out. You know, maybe once again, I didn't go to school because I had I didn't go to college because everything was already there for me, in a sense that like bro, like I had the studio, I had this warehouse studio given to me for me to work on and engineer people. Just because of
Yeah,
what
like
just because of
yeah.
what I knew, I was the head engineer of a place already. You feel me? So like
Yeah, it
for
was in the
me,
palm of your hand.
it was
for
in my
sure.
palm of my hand for me it was a no-brainer to be like, yo, fuck college. I can literally,
Yeah.
it's right here, like.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna say that. I never thought of it like that. I think it's because like I don't know anybody, so I might as well go to school and like keep on adding to my portfolio and stuff like that. Because you're gonna produce something. I mean, you're
yeah,
gonna be involved in something in school, especially like actually I've done projects before, so like people have like faith like in me in school. Like like there's definitely some people that don't do shit, but I never looked at it like that before. Like some people might come up to me and be like, oh, like he actually works. Like we're just students, but like let's we can I can like keep on beefing up my portfolio from here. Um, yeah, I never looked at it that way. So you're right. Like if I had like a whole crew, like constant stream of work, then I would drop it. But like I don't. Like I don't really know if you feel me.
yeah, yeah. That's why like maybe yeah, you should take, you should finish it. It's 1 year, and like so much
Yeah,
things can happen in a year. Like you can gain so much experience, especially like if you really want it. You're gonna every moment you're gonna take it in. You're gonna be like a sponge. If you really want something, you're gonna be like a sponge, and you're gonna take all this info in, and it's gonna benefit you throughout life. Like as long as as long as you don't feel like it's wasting your time. Like once again, I don't know how school is. When I was there, bro, like the moment I saw an essay come into my face again, like I'm like, bro, this is high school shit all over again. I'm so out. Like
yeah, no, for
I'm
sure.
gone. You feel
Yeah,
me? I'm gone. But you already gone through all that. You feel me? Like
yeah,
you now you say like you're doing film related stuff. So I mean, I feel like you should keep going. Like and it shows as a person too, like you can manage time. Time is important,
yeah,
especially in business, like it shows if you can build a fire portfolio, if you can go to school, if you can maybe have a job too on the side, like if you can do all these things, it shows you can manage time. It shows, it reflects on your character. It shows like you're 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 determined to get things done. It shows things, you feel me? So like,
fact.
don't also see it like it's a waste of time. Try to see the good in it and how it can really benefit your life in the long run, the short run. Like, what it can do for you, and leverage every single thing. You feel me? Like every single thing you do, like leverage it. Like I leveraged like the film we did in high school, bro. With Moreno. Remember the last big project we did.
Which one?
The last one, about art, the artist, like, um,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
bro, I still use that as leverage today. You feel me? That experience I
Oh
had
shit.
on that film set, like, and because it's been a while since I've been on a film set, but
Yeah.
um, I still use that as leverage today. Like, I use that to get a gig with for masterclass. Like yeah, I've been on a film set.
Oh shit.
Like,
Oh okay,
and
okay,
plus
yeah.
like and
If
plus
anything.
even with music videos. Like I've been on film sets. I've been there in situations. I went to the BT, and like, yeah, I've been in a film set. I've done things, and these moments get instilled into me. You feel me? Like I know the
Yeah.
fields. I understand the field, and I know what you need to do. I know what certain positions need to do. Like these things never leave my mind. Like you can always use your experiences as leverage to get other things. Like nothing's a waste of time. Like it depends how you look at it. Like it really depends how you look at it. Like all those 4 years in film
Very
class,
true.
bro, all those, like, watching those movies, bro, I learned so much.
Yeah.
Like just even watching movies, like, and Miranda, he had a good taste, like, in the movies he showed us. Like just by watching it, it just gave me, juices to like go off of. Like, that was like one of my favorite classes. And I took that years. I took that info years after I even, like, since we left. I still use those things today. Those things that I learned in that class. I still use it today.
Facts, facts.
So like, I don't know, bro. Like,
Yeah, you know
you
what? Like, I feel like I was able to do the last film too, because like, bro, I've been in school for so long, for so many years, like so many film classes and shit. Like, I've been around it like a lot. So like, like it's really taken me years. You get me? Like, and
Mhm.
some people might not think it's impressive or whatever, but like, I really have. Yeah, it might not be visible or whatever, but like I really have like I feel you like picked up things like over the years, like
yeah, you
only
have
because it's
to.
been so long, dude.
Yeah, 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 especially in that sense, like especially if you're there, like same thing with me in the studio. I've been there for a while, you know. So like
Yeah.
you have to pick up things, you know, like, and you can always use that as leverage, you know. You can always go to a new place and be like, look, I've done these things, you know, like yeah, I do have experience. That's the major thing, you know, you experience, you know, like especially if you have experience and you really know how to do things well, man. Like, you know, that's all you really need at the end of the day, like just experience and the you know the knowledge. Um,
I was gonna ask like so okay like I understand now how you got that job which is great, but it's
I don't know. Yeah,
what
I don't
did
know if
you.
I really. Wait, yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, no, no, yeah. I mean, you were gonna say it right now, like, I get, like, I guess you didn't really have to show them. And plus, you're like, it was a perfect time, perfect situation, perfect everything, which is great. But in the situation where you have to show people, like, I don't know what it is, dude, and I don't know if you know how this feels. Well, I mean, like, you probably did. Like, I don't know, how you managed your time and stuff like that. But I don't know if you tried getting a job in like a company or whatever, or like and shit like that. Like, you send out your work and like, I really that's my question. Like, portfolio wise, like. I don't know what like people are looking for. Like I don't know. I mean, like at the end of the day, just keep on working and stuff like that. I definitely understand that, but it's like if I knew what people were looking for, or like I don't know. And plus like it's such a limited quantity of like positions and stuff like that. Like what are your thoughts about that?
I mean, it depends on what type of job or media it is. Like, what type of media you're trying to do. Like again, like for me, the main thing was like and YouTube and just doing what just recording what they were doing. You feel me? Like, what type of media job are you looking for? Is it like news
Um,
related? Is it
Everything
like
like news, ads, mostly ad agencies. Like everything, like recording concerts, like everything, and like everything I can think of that's anything that's like video related, like I apply to government, like everything. And like I send them my stuff, and like I don't know, I don't really get anything back. And like I try to tell people, like you said, I try to get people, feedback from people. They're kind of like, I don't know. I'm like, fuck, because that's really what I care about. Like if I had a gig, like a job, like I said, I wouldn't be in school. You feel me? Because I feel like that's more important. Like I'm in school so I can beef up my portfolio to get a job, type shit. Because like I really don't. I want media job because like even though it's not perfect, like I'm sure like there's there's things that you got to do for a job. I'd rather be doing that than like working at like a regular job because I'm tired of that shit. But
you
yeah.
you need to be more
Well, I
specific.
don't know how to get in.
You need to be more specific of what you want.
Um,
Cause
I mean,
you telling me this, I don't even know what you want. Still, like what type of video work do you really want to do? Like you said everything, but you like that's not gonna work. You know,
okay.
like
Um,
if you're gonna do everything, I say like start your own like film crew type of business. You know, start your own thing. Cause like for you to go to a company and be like, yo, I want to do everything. Like
no, no, not that. But like,
like
I mean, like, what
like
do you mean? Like if I apply to, it's mostly all these companies. It's either videography, like the camera person, or editing it. That's the only thing I'm down to do. That if that's what you mean. But the kind of video, if that's what you mean, like you mean the kind of
I guess you
like
said it there. Like you okay, you either all right. You either want to edit videos or be the videographer. Okay, so
yeah, or both,
so
or yeah.
so just build.
I
I
like both.
mean, do you have in mind what type of like? Do you have a specific company or is any company that will take you?
Any company that'll take me. I mean, mostly, since I like music too. Like there's one company that they recorded music recording events. I think it's pretty fun. I think it's pretty dope. Like concerts and stuff like that. I think that's dope. Um, But yeah, it's not really any specific company, but I think those are that like that's like probably the funnest. But there's not really a specific company. Like anyone that will take me really, because like it's kind of like if I had options, then I'll. But like it's kind of like no one would even take me, so it's like I don't even know. You feel me? But yeah, I think the concert recordings are fun.
Uh, hmm. I feel like you should focus on like uh like a few different types of content. Like, do you send when you send things over? Do you send like all the work you've done ever?
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. No, like I had a portfolio video. I had a video that like had all my work, but it was cool. But like I've done more work, so now I send like three short videos, like a minute long. Um, and I feel like it's kind of like because like you said, the easier the better. Like if you keep everything in one, like if I can keep everything in one video, that'll be good. Like easier for that person. But yeah, I send like three YouTube links, 3 to 4 short YouTube links. Yeah.
I guess you can also take this into consideration the how big the companies you send it to, because how big they are, because you're gonna come across a lot of competition.
Right.
Like, so that's one thing to consider. Like, it's either you're
True
gonna
that.
be, because you're gonna, I don't know, you're gonna be coming across a lot of different people that like are trying to do the same thing, and maybe that are even better, like, or whatever the case is. Like you have to,
Yeah.
like, what like, you have to look at yourself and see what you can bring different to the table. If it's gonna be a like a company that's big, and that is gonna be a lot of competition. If you're trying to get something big, then you're gonna have to consider like what can you bring different to the table. If you go for smaller ones, it could be a little easier because less competition, or the scarcity. Like maybe they just need a video editor and then just like do it. Like
True. Do you know any? I think the ones I've been applying to, I would say they're pretty. Yeah, they're pretty big. Type shit. I would say.
that could be
They're not
one
like
thing.
huge. Yeah. True. True.
Because I mean,
If
people put in work, like people,
yeah.
yeah, people put in work, and maybe that could be another thing. Like maybe just people just outwork you. They have way more to show, maybe. Um,
True.
so there's a few
Well,
things to like take into consideration.
what I apply to usually is like these studios, like these film studios, whatever. Damn, like I'm drawing blanks. Like who? What else do I usually? Yeah, ad agencies, stuff like that. If I knew like smaller organizations, I would apply to that. But since they're smaller, I don't. Hold on. Maybe if I like go out there and venture out, like maybe I'll come to know like smaller ones in that case. But if you know any small ones, pass them my way, cause shit, I'm down.
How'd you
But yeah,
how'd you get to know the
photography,
no
studio. Oh, the
that
corporate ones.
yeah, the video, that last video you sent me? How'd you get to know them? Or is that a place
Which
you would
one?
even like to?
Which one was that one? The last one I sent you.
It starts with an M, I think. Something with an M.
Yeah. That's a photography studio one. Yeah, that one. I knew. My school friend got me because she was working there, and she got me in. Like she put the word in and stuff.
And they
I
got
don't
you
know
for
if
a
it was.
gig? Like, it
No,
was
it was
was
a.
it a one-time thing, or?
No. It's an internship.
Oh, that's the photo studio.
Yeah,
And the photo studio gives you like jobs to do.
work. Yeah. So I actually use that as my portfolio. Like now, like I send them the videos I've worked with them, even though I've only worked with them for a month now. Because of the virus and stuff. So I use their vid that I've worked on. I use it as my portfolio actually. So that's I leverage them for like for sure. And plus it's a win-win because I put their name out there. Like they can always use people. But yeah,
And that photo studio like works close with that people, or what did the people you shot the video for, did they reach out to the photo studio? Like, how did that transaction work? out if you know.
So I mean, I'm an intern, and like they do events in the studio, like photography events and stuff like that. And then like for social media purposes, they like hire camera people, like that work there for the photography studio. And then like they record the whole event. I edited like the footage and yeah, you feel me?
Yeah, I was trying to say, I was thinking like maybe you should just reach out to that the people you did the video for. Maybe you should just reach out to them and see if you can add any value to them. But since they came to the photo studio and they did it on the photo studio's grounds, right?
No, like, how do I explain it? Like, okay, so, okay, I'm an intern, right? Like, for this studio. It's called HCAP. I'm gonna call them by their name.
Uh-huh.
And that place, they hold events. You get me? And for those events that they hold, like, that studio, like, the studio, like, throws events in their own, like, studio. Like,
Okay.
you have to pay to get in, and, like, they charge people, like, $5 or whatever. And then like they record the event um like interns for example like
Yeah.
they give us equipment um and we record the event, you get me, and then we
Yeah.
edit the footage and then we post it on social media. So yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
um yeah um what was I gonna say? Yeah, and if I reach out to the people I work with and tell them if they know, maybe they'll let me know. Fuck it. Maybe like I'll be like, yo, like if you know any other studio I can work for. But I feel like that looks kind of weird. I mean, I don't know, cause that might look like, oh, what the fuck. I mean, I might do that actually.
I mean,
I think about
well, yeah, it depends the situation. It's still, yeah,
it. 'Cause I work for them. You feel me? Like, and me going up to them, going like, yo, do you guys know anyone? Then it's kind of like, You feel me?
yeah. Maybe you should not do that yet. Um,
Yeah.
Another route you could do is I mean, there's people online, like YouTubers maybe that need video editors. I don't know if that sounds like of interest. Um,
Yeah.
like sometimes they, especially if if it's a good YouTube channel that's popping and they actually getting money, like you can get compensated pretty well just by editing YouTube videos for other people.
Yeah.
Um,
It's just tough because I feel like, I send out my work to like everybody and anybody and like, I don't really hear back. So,
it just has to be very specific. Like you see what they need and you try to fill those gaps in by
okay. My bad. What
by
was
like
that?
yeah like fill like yeah, you see what they need, fill up your portfolio of those answers, those solutions that would solve their problems, and send them to them. That's the best way to like especially if you're trying to get like a job or something for a place, like that's how I see it. Like you fill in the gaps that they need, you just don't send them
Okay.
like, oh, I do this, you try to actually give them real value and try to solve real problems. People like, like that's the like, yeah, man, like be the problem solver. Like
Yeah.
problem solvers are
That's tough.
they're very valuable. It is tough, but they're very valuable. Like
Because I'm definitely not used to this. You feel me? Like I'm not used to the freelance. Like I don't know. It doesn't come natural to me to
hmm
be a problem solver. Like it's very hard for me.
yeah, that's what also that helped me a lot. Like I guess, and I've always been a problem solver. Like even with the music stuff, like having the studio, like it's just
Yeah,
is majority is problem solving. Like how can we do this, like
for sure.
like just problem solving, finding solutions to things, how to like give value, how to make things better. So like um yeah, man, that's a big thing. Like yeah, bro, that's honestly like what any that's how businesses happen. They fill in the void, they see what's missing and they fill it in. Like You get me?
Yeah.
Like Amazon saw, that market, like people want books and, the internet is brand new. So let me sell books online,
Yeah, for sure.
it's simple problem solving. It's not simple because shit, bro, like it is tough, but,
Yeah.
um, yeah,
Cause
man,
like, damn, you feel me? Like,
that's why just be very specific. You see, just take one company at a time. You're probably gonna have to create different portfolios because not everybody needs the same things, you know, like
but
so.
how do I even know what that company is lacking? Maybe if I do research
Yeah, you have to
or
do research.
something.
Look at their website. Look at their social medias. Like nowadays, like social media is a major play into a lot of businesses. So like
Yeah.
if you see their social media lacking, and if you see like maybe they need a few more videos on their website, you can pitch them your pitch. You can pitch them like, oh, like I can create content for your social media, and also it can go hand in hand with going on your website, and maybe if you're interested we can even also do a YouTube, like depending on the business, but maybe we can start building up a YouTube, so you can really start spreading out a little more. Like social media is is huge for a lot of businesses, so like
Yeah.
look at those things, and a lot of people are lacking on social media because a lot of the businesses are older people that don't know social media. They just don't know, so like um
Fuck.
that's what helped me too. Like the people I'm working with, they didn't know social media like that, and they didn't know how to capitalize on it. And I've been around social media so much with the music and the entertainment. At the end of the day, is entertainment industry or business. Um, I've been around it so much, it came natural to me. So like that was also a no brainer. Like, all right, this guy, he just knows. Like I was a problem solver. Like I solved so many things for the website. Like, and I had a 2 month, like I had a 2 month trial. They were like, all right, we'll see how it is. Cause since I did so many things, like I was even like, bro, I don't even know how I'm gonna fit into this. Like, bro, like I just let's see what happens. So we did have a 2 months trial, and then I performed. I showed out that yeah, I could add a lot of value to like what we're doing here. So maybe sometimes it involves proving yourself. Maybe someone gives you a shot, you're really gonna have to prove yourself. So like that's why
For
it's
sure.
that's why it's
Yeah, I don't know.
that's why it's important to
Go.
like you really have to like know your craft and what you're doing. It's not just like um shooting blanks. Like you really have to know what you're doing, or at least like have experience with maybe it's a little different. Like maybe you're used to working. Like in my case, like well, shit, nah. Yeah, everything is gonna be different, but you just really need to have experience. So like maybe somebody.
Damn, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I can offer though. Because like, I mean, fuck. Cause
What
like videography and editing wise, like, damn. Um, I mean, maybe if I see someone with like shitty videos, but like, hmm.
But that's why I said maybe. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with social media. This is what a lot of people have been doing. Recently in the recent years. Look at a business. Most likely, their social media is not gonna be popping. So that's one area. That's one huge area you can edit and create content for. Is for social media. You can offer these people to build their social media. Even if it's maybe little bread, maybe it's like I don't know, $100 a week or something. Like, but think about it, like
Even
if it,
that, like, I'm used to doing shit for free. You get me? Like the photography studio, like it's all free. Like
yeah,
building them up and like doing it for because just the fact like just an opportunity and working on things.
yeah,
There you go.
which is good. Sometimes you do need to have to work for free, most of the
Yeah.
times, because yeah, you need to gain experience. But now, like I don't know, even if you get one, if you're able to get one place to like, all right, let me create social media content for you. If you can get one place to do that for you, and let's say for $100 a week, you can definitely get another place. So like two or three of those, you feel me? Then that's like $1,200 a month. You feel me? Like you have to think a little different. Like um And once again, social media is a huge area that a lot of businesses are lacking, you know, like, and that's part of media. That is media. You are working on your, your video editing, maybe even like
Yeah.
graphic skills, you know, maybe you have to like create some posters here and there, you know, like, or just, casual posts, you know, like, um, there's a lot of different ways you can do this, you know, like, um, I'm trying
I
to
think
think.
that's a good one. And so instead of applying to like big ass companies where it's like hella competition and people like, I probably need to know somebody like, people like
Yeah,
would barely glance at my work. Maybe if I just tackle those small things and
yeah,
go from there, I think that would be pretty. All right, I fuck with that. I fuck with that.
you feel me?
It's just so new. It's just so new to me. Like you get me, like like you have more experience for this. You've been around the block. Like I just this is like totally like yeah, I'm not used to it. But yeah, I should be doing research. I don't even know like what's a whack social media. I mean, I can judge the videos, but like I don't even know like where to look. Like uh I don't know.
Look
But
at, I mean, first you could start maybe like looking what's around you. You feel me? If you see a lot of like, um, and maybe something I would say always try to go for something you really like, not just like doing something straight for like money or like, I don't know, like if you're passionate about like, let's say I know this, I mean by now I mean they were doing really good honestly, but I know this vegan or vegetarian Dominican place by
oh
International
shit.
Mall. Um,
That's dope.
and they were new. So like right there, you could have had an opportunity, especially right when they opened, maybe they didn't have anyone. So maybe, and I would say, that's kind of interesting. I'm interested in vegan or vegetarianism, and also the Dominicans. So fam stuff.
Yeah.
And it was a nice spot. Like I've been there. It's a nice spot. So I was like, damn, this would be kind of interesting. Like. Um, Especially right when they open up, you could have gone up and be like, yo, like, and especially though that's a hot take in today's society. Veganism and vegetarianism for like the young ones. For like,
Yeah.
I don't like saying this, but millennials or whatever. Like that's a hot commodity right there. So like, you could have just gone up to them and be like, yo, you're new, you feel me? I see what's going on, and I really like it. I'm very passionate of what you're doing, or whatever the case is. I really like what you guys got going on. Is there somehow I can help with maybe social media, like maybe to help market? And part of this is also marketing, like, um, which I have like, what I'm doing too is marketing. Like,
Yeah.
the videos and content creating and marketing kind of go hand in hand. What you're doing is marketing the business. So
Yeah.
you have to get creative of how you market it slash video edit. You get me? Because sometimes you're even marketing to a specific group of people. So maybe your video edits have to be a certain type of way. You have to kind of think think of your audience. Like, okay, how am I gonna hit this niche or hit this area of people, and for them to be related to, like, relatable. How do I make this content like this? Once again, there's a lot of problem solving, because you're gonna hit a lot of walls that are new. Especially like you said, you're new to this, so you're gonna hit a lot of walls. You feel me? Like you're gonna hit a lot of walls that are new. So you're gonna get used to it. You're gonna start picking it up. Like, okay, like problem solving. Like, yeah, especially even like when you worked your regular jobs. I'm pretty sure you came. There were some situations where you had to think differently. Like,
Yeah.
and I've seen, because when I used to submit resume or apply for jobs. I've seen some jobs as, they ask you that. Like, if this situation comes to you, what would you do? Would you hit up your boss? Would you try to think differently and
Yeah.
like solve it yourself? Like, they ask you those things because they want to see your mindset. How what type of employee you're gonna be when you're there. Are you just gonna go to run to the boss like every time, like, or can you handle
Yeah.
situations? Like, so so I don't know, problem solving.
Do you think that route will be a lot better than applying to big companies? Because like big companies, like of all the people applying and shit like that, I think even though it's more responsibility for you, you're kind of doing, you're putting on more hats, like more roles. Do you think that route will be better than applying to big companies?
I
I
mean,
think so.
hell yeah. Especially if you're new to this, you can start off a little slower. You know, like because if you, I mean, it depends what you think as big. When you mention big companies, like I see it as maybe like 500 employees plus. Are you talking about
Nah,
like
not that big.
what
But
do you
like,
what do you
there,
mean big?
there's like there's an ad agency like I don't know, like medium probably, not like a place that has like an HR department, like payrolls, like has employees and stuff like that.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Um,
gonna that's probably gonna be a lot tougher. Yeah, once again because on competition, obviously. So like that's why you can start small, and then also these smaller
wait, hold up.
things.
Yeah. No, I'm using my computer right now. Right there. Hold on, give me. I'll be right back.
For sure.
Hi, emoji waving hand.
Okay.
Hello. Hello. You.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm back. So you were saying?
Um. Batman definitely. Yeah, you should try going smaller.
Yeah, I think I should. I
So you
mean, I'm probably if people reject me, then I'm fucking kill myself. Nah, I'm kidding. But
nah,
like,
man.
like if they're small, then they should be, able to be willing to work more. And these places that I apply to, like, they're not that big. Like, I mean, if anything, like, I can send you, just I don't know, so you can get a feel for it.
For you. I mean, sure, yeah. Cause yeah, you can send them through. Um,
Yeah, who else?
I mean,
Well,
maybe
they're mostly like photography studios and shit. Like,
that's the thing. Like, yeah, like, yeah, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of people trying to do the same thing.
yeah.
Um,
Like with the you mean like the studios?
Like yeah, like cause yeah man, cause especially like if they're kind of known, you feel me, like
Yeah.
someone like you, just like you, that wants to get into like this type of field, it's kind of obvious for them to go for the known people. So it's like, oh, I want to, like. So I feel like that's why a lot of people would go ahead and do that, and there's gonna be a lot more competition. But if you go local, see what's around you.
True. I can make some bread while, work on videos and
Like
put it
yeah,
in my portfolio.
and it won't be yeah. You would kind of be more freelancing. You wouldn't be tied down to like 9 to 5 vibes. So you're
I actually don't mind 9 to 5 type. Like it's just because it's consistent. You feel me?
yeah.
So
That's
I mean, I don't know. I never really truly freelanced before. Like barely. Like when I worked for the corporate people, it's freelance, but like that's very like barely. Like once in a blue moon they hit me up and like they're like, oh, work on our video, and then I do that shit quick and boom boom bam.
yeah.
That's like the most freelancing I've ever done. But yeah. Have you freelanced like a good amount?
I mean, yeah. Before this, I mean, this is my first. Well, not my first, cause I mean, I guess the gas station, and then like. But besides that, I've only had like 3 9 to 5 jobs, which hasn't lasted more. Combining all of them has not lasted more than 2 years. You feel me? So the rest of
Gotcha.
the
And
rest of,
then
rest of the times that I was doing, it was freelancing. Me at the
gotcha.
studio was freelancing. Me doing all these music videos and these video gigs was freelancing. It was coming off of me being like, all right, let me hit up people, or people came to me. Majority of the time, people came to me because like once I started doing it for several people, like just word of mouth started to spread. Like so like
Gotcha.
yeah, majority ever since leaving high school, majority was freelance.
That's dope. That's dope.
So like so yeah, maybe you should try both, cause even me coming into 9 to 5, I noticed the benefits. I'm like, damn, it's more
Yeah.
consistent. The pay is way more consistent. Like
Yeah.
I know what's gonna come in. Like or if I
But
if
at least, my bad. But at least it gives me like work. Fuck, what the fuck was I gonna say? Like, yeah, I could try both, cause if the companies don't want to hire me, at least like I can do that.
wait,
That's
I
still
mean,
something.
wait, I meant both as in like, cause you've done 9 to 5, so now maybe try freelance and see how it goes for you. Maybe you do better,
Yeah.
maybe you
I mean,
do.
I've done 9 to 5 like regular jobs though. Like, I haven't really done. But yeah, I was saying like maybe I can apply to companies and well, that however it turns out, I can also freelance. Because
Yeah,
I never really looked at that as a for sure avenue. Like I thought, oh, the companies don't hire me. That's it. I can't fucking work on videos, and it's not true. Obviously, like that's just another avenue that I haven't looked at before.
yeah.
And I don't really know how to look for that, but if I try, that'd be pretty cool.
Like I said,
That's
just
fire.
yeah, just go for it. Look what's around you. You feel me? You see someone new popping up on the streets. A new little business or a restaurant. I mean, now it's kind of hard because quarantine and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know how
this is all
people.
over.
Yeah, but once that kind of goes, when things go back to normal, like yeah, man, like I'm pretty sure people are gonna new businesses are gonna spring from this maybe, or businesses are gonna probably struggle. They probably have to lay off a lot of people, so maybe there's more opportunities to like get in maybe. So
Yeah, I'm kind of shook too. Is that weird? Because I'm so used to the 9 to 5 life. Just doing it by yourself, and like when people like ask me, do you know how to do this? I can see myself getting nervous and like choking up. I don't, like, you get me. But I just gotta get over that. That.
yeah, you shouldn't. I mean, you should. You got. That's why I said like the most important thing is like you really gotta know what you're doing, and if you do feel that way, then stick to what you know and what you're good at. Like if it's just video editing, like be confident and always be confident about that because you know how to edit, you know how to do things,
Yeah.
like so like it's just also knowing yourself, like if obviously if you don't know something and you really don't know something, don't fake it and be like, yeah, I know how to do it, and then you get stuck, and then you get anxiety and you start like, oh shit, and like nah man, like you just got to be honest with yourself and know yourself, and like
Okay.
take it small. Like I feel like this would be a better. I think that this would be better for you instead of trying to go for the big media companies, because I know for them it's more, it's more like probably time based. I need this by now, maybe, especially like if they have certain departments on their payroll. Like it's just a little more serious environment. Money is time. So like if you're over here lollygagging, like, like, so like go smaller and see how it goes. You can even offer like um you can even offer like, oh, let me just work with you guys for a month, and you guys can see from there if the value I add is reasonable or not. Is it worth it? Like,
So if my thing's editing, which it is, that's the thing I'm most proficient at. How would I go about that to people? Probably YouTube, 'cause that's the only thing I can think of.
I would say,
But
yeah, man, because
those.
if you're just good, if it's just video editing, and especially like nowadays, like, um, yeah, man, it's good and it's better to have different set of skills. Like, but if it's just video editing, yeah, man, YouTube, very very video editing type of stuff. Like, so YouTube is, I don't know, it's kind of the only one I can think of. Unless you can video edit and someone else does the marketing or posts it on social media. If they have a situation like that, if you come across people that already kind of have like a marketer or like someone to handle the social media, maybe you could just offer like, oh, like, I can just edit videos for once again $100 a week. I would say minimum. Like, if you go under that, I mean, it depends. I guess it depends on the business. Like, if it's really stupid easy work, honestly, like really easy work, you can probably bring it down lower. But if it's decent work, $100 a week or something, like, I don't know. You're gonna have
Yeah.
to assess it from there. See what they need and see if it makes sense. If they're really really a small company, maybe it makes sense more to like not charge so much, so then you can kind of work with them and get your foot in, and just to gain experience. Maybe it's smart not to like charge so much, but you're just gonna have to assess the situation and see how they are. Do your research. Look at their website, look at all the social media, see how active they are. Go to Google, look at their Google reviews. If they see like a lot of people come through this, and they, just look to see.
Definitely, definitely.
If a business has no Google reviews, like, maybe that's an opportunity to like go into that business and be like, look, like, I can help you create content. And but then again, you just do if you're just focusing on video editing, that's gonna be a lot more tougher.
Yeah, because I would say videography, but honestly, I don't even have my own camera. Like, it's something that I want to dive into more, because I know it's like a bit about it, but like there's still a lot I don't know.
Hmm.
But it doesn't hurt to learn and stuff like that. I just don't want to say to somebody that like, oh yeah, I know about cameras, and like like you said, I get stuck in a predicament, so I need to kind of learn more, which is cool, and then kind of commit.
Yeah, man. It depends how bad you want it, man. That's what it comes down
Yeah,
to. If you don't if you don't do something, you don't really want it. If you don't do something about it, you don't really want something. You get me? Like,
facts.
you have to like really want something, and you're gonna start seeing results. Like, um, if it's just video editing, man, you're gonna have to like really do research on things.
Yeah.
Um, hit up YouTubers, like, and I'll say that'd be kind of fun, like, hitting up YouTubers and like, cause that's more like. But I mean, it depends what type of YouTuber. Maybe they have a schedule, so you're gonna be also have to be on point. If they're more slack about it, I don't know. Do your research. See how consistently they upload. If you're gonna go the YouTube route, see what they need. Make a list of how active are they. Like, oh, I see them posting like every week. I don't know. Really get to know them before you approach them as much as possible. Try to get to know like how they're doing on the internet.
That's cool. Yeah, it's crazy. I never. Yeah. Oh my god. Hold on, bear back. There we go.
I didn't know how to turn it off for a second. All right.
How do you turn it off? I actually have no idea. Like I never found. I just do another emoticon
Yeah.
dance, and then that's how. Okay. Because once I go on forever, like you can't really.
I mean, it says
Yeah.
press R3 again, but it doesn't let me.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It doesn't. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how it is on the
It
computer,
goes on
but
forever. No, I mean I'm on my controller on the.
oh yeah. But anyway, it says click R3 and it doesn't stop, but whatever.
But okay. Anyway, I'm gonna have to skedaddle because these fucking noodle heads. I'm gonna do something with my sister real quick, but I'm down to play Fortnite. Are you gonna stay on or?
I mean, Vatic just messaged. I'm gonna probably stay on.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I'm gonna get on to, fire. All right. This conversation was enlightening. Thank you, Mock.
No problem. I mean, let me know. You know, let me know. I'll be willing to help you as you go. I don't know.
Fire.
You know, if I can help, like I don't know, because this is honestly kind of helping me too. Even like teach and relay what I've learned. So if I can do that well, and you come out to be successful, in a way, you know, from just the things that I've told you, like then that shows I can do that to other people. So to me, it's cool. You feel me? Like,
Thank you, Mock.
so like, you know, if you have any more questions, or just you know, even just if you want to have a conversation, you know, I'll be here.
Gotcha. Yeah, cause I've hella fucking things I think about. I'm like, fuck. But yeah, especially in this field, you know, like I said, it's good to communicate and stuff like that. Um.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right, that's cool. Like especially the avenue, like I never knew like going up to businesses and like, you know, offering your services. Like I never thought about that.
Yeah.
It sucks to hear about, you know, companies, but you know, it be like that. You feel me? It's just.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
and it could be a better way to, you know, build. I mean, you know, you can also, you know, you can always be forever building your portfolio until you get to that point where you do get to the place where you want to be. You know, like, I don't know. You just always got to be working. You know, always be doing
Facts,
something.
facts. But yeah, I'm skedaddle. I'm probably I'll get on soon and I'll play with you guys.
For sure.
Alright, chill. Peace.
All right, deuces.